an Elvis fan since I was about 2 or 3 years old, and my dad was a fan before that, and my grandma before him, so it just kind of, I learned about Elvis through them. And then as I got older, I realized I could sing, and I started going around to like local karaoke clubs where I'm from up in Michigan, and people asked me if I did shows. I was only about 14 or 15 years old, and I was like, sure, what's a show? The very first thing that I ever did was a local talent contest at a county fair back where I'm from. One of the stipulations for winning the contest is that they carted you off quickly after winning and put you on stage to open for the headlining act at that particular fair, which was Clay Walker. So I was 15 years old, and you know, after winning a talent contest, they put me on stage in front of 10,000 people, and I'm like, you know, scared to death, but I got through it, and you know, hopefully better because of it. Well, I didn't really start breaking it down and dissecting exactly what it was that he was doing as far as dancing and everything until I was actually doing it for a living. I guess I was about 16 at that point, so I mean, I was still in school, so I wasn't actually doing it for a living. I would go to school all day, and then on the weekends I would go out and do shows and stuff like that. I wish Elvis would have wore short sleeves and shorts once in a while, because this stuff is hot on stage with the lights and everything else. And as you can see behind me, I got all of these, some of these costumes. I was telling her earlier, I have a cape that weighs about 15 pounds, and it goes with this suit. This suit total with the belt, the suit, and cape and everything weighs about 40 pounds. So wearing that on stage and trying to dance and move around is a chore. So imagine yourself 40 pounds heavier than you actually are, and then you have to move around more than you actually do. To me, I've always been a fan of Elvis's music, and the more I try to learn everything that I can about the songs itself and why it was that he chose particular songs at particular times in his life, and learning as much about the character. It's fascinating to me. You know, he was a musical icon, and as a fan of music, obviously you would have to study Elvis a little bit. Everybody has like a story that connects them to Elvis kind of thing, and it's interesting to me to hear all of their stories. It's kind of fun.